What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dashka, and in today's video I'll just be telling you guys where I am, what is going on, why haven't I been posting videos, etc, etc. So hi, currently painting a paint by number painting. Got some paint on my hands, don't mind that. So basically currently I'm in my hometown, Ukraine. I'm in Ukraine right now, and guys, it is so flipping gorgeous out here. It's awesome. I love it here. So awesome. I haven't been posting for a while because it's been the whole situation where I was in my cousins there, and with my cousins. There were like 10 people living in one house, and I couldn't film videos because I would get barged in the middle of a video. And right now I'm at my grandma's house, so way more peaceful. So let me back up here. Haven't posted videos in I think about 2 weeks, maybe more. My last video 2 weeks ago. So anyways, basically we took a flight. Our first flight was 9 hours, and it was so awesome. Like, I'll just tell you guys about how, like, this video just about like explaining what's going on, like how the planes were, like how the plane rides were, like just things like that. I don't know why, because I'm just bored and I'm like filming a video and my hands are dirty and I don't know what I'm talking about. So I don't know. So basically, I was on the plane. It was a 9-hour flight, and we landed in Frankfurt, which is Germany, and then from there we went on. But dude, why am I shivering? It's kind of cold out here, yeah, but like it's nice. I like it. So basically we had our 9-hour flight, and we were going, like, it was like, this is the plane. Okay, this hand's the plane. How do I make a plane with my hands? Okay, this is the plane. So it was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but basically it was so fun. I love the airplane ride. Like, airplanes are awesome, best way of transportation, but also super dangerous. Anyway, I got my ears plugged after the flight for a couple of hours, and I had to do that for it to like unplug and stuff. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, but my ears were plugged in after like a couple of hours, and I was so pissed off at everybody. Oh guys, there's like, I'm sorry, I'm talking about a million different things at once. Shite. Freaking hell, dude. What the hell? How did this happen? Guys, I have a little foot necklace, and wait, look at it. It got stuck in the blanket, and it looks, what? Guys, it's literally stuck in the blanket. Oh, wait, what the hell? Guys, did it break? Ain't no way, it broke. That's my gift from my cousins. My I don't actually, I'll ask my mom to fix it later, but whatever. So anyway, I have this tradition that whenever we're on a plane, it's not a tradition, it just happens. I randomly get stomach aches when we're at the airport or like on the plane or whatever. I always have them, and it's so weird. Anyway, so we were in the airport. I get a stomach ache. When I have a stomach ache, I'm really grumpy. I was literally pissed off at everyone. My mom was like, "Dashka, behave," and I was like, "Girl, I cannot because I have like a stomach ache right now." And by the way, guys, if for those that don't know, by the way, English isn't my first language. Yeah, Ukrainian is, and I haven't spoken English in so long, to the point where like it sounds weird to speak it. So if I say a word wrong or something, just don't mind it. because it's like that was probably an accident, guys. Just go on with your day. So anyway, we were at the airport. I was like, we got A&W restaurant thingy. So we got A&W, and we had like this burger. I got a burger. I got a Buddy burger, which I ate Buddy from Cinderella Boy. Cinderella Boy, my favorite comic in the world. I love it so much, but I have a hate relationship with that. Whatever. Yeah, guys, read Cinderella Boy. But anyways, so I was eating the burger. Yeah, the Buddy burger, and I ate it, and then like my stomach ache didn't go away, and I was drinking my Sprite, and then my dad was like, "Okay, girl, like, don't be so pissed at everybody." So we were going, like, he was like, "Let's go sit down." So we were going to this chair, and it was like I sat down, and my stomach ache like just went away. But then the second I stood up, it like washed over me again, and it hurt so bad I thought I was gonna throw up. It was the worst feeling in the world. So I was like feeling like I was gonna throw up, and I was like, "Girl, let's wrap this up. Like, get out of here. We're at an airport. I'm not throwing up at an airport." Because some girl did throw up right in front of my face, but whatever. I'll tell you guys about that like in a bit. But so we sat down, and then my dad was like, "You doing good? Like, everything's okay? Like, is everything okay? Like, you know, like just the usual shite." And he was like, "Already, like, whatever, maybe don't drink your drink because it'll make it worse or something." But I drank it anyway, and I think it made it better, so my parents were actually wrong. So yeah, Dad, listen to me for a change, you know. So yeah, and then we had to get in line for boarding for an airplane, and then like I had to stand up and stand in line, but I couldn't because my stomach ache was hurting so bad. And then I started and then like my stomach ache, it was like really bad, and then like it randomly just went away. Like as I stood up, I was just standing there, it was really bad, and then it just went away. Like, baby girl, what is going on here? But it was really funny. And we like boarded our airplane. I was sitting by my sister and by my mom. We had the middle seats. I hate the middle seats, but whatever. On the 9-hour flight, obviously we had food. I'll include pictures of the food right here. We only got one big meal. It was this spaghetti. It was so good. It had butter on it and sauce and stuff, and it was so good. And then we had what is it called, that cake, my favorite kind of cake. I forgot to ask my mother later. I'll ask my mom later. But and then there was this salad, and it was like really good also. And there was, what else was there? A bread and Philadelphia and some other sauce, I think. It was really, really good. I loved it. And then after that, they also gave us chocolates, I think. Anyway, so here are all of the movies I watched on the airplane. I watched Wicked, which took up, I could have, in the time that I watched Wicked, I could have watched like 3 other movies. But Wicked was like 4 hours long. Whatever, the flight is 9 hours long. Basically took up half of the flight. But it was really funny. I liked Wicked, but I was like, what is going on here most of the time? Because it's like, okay, so guess what? So Glinda, she gets married to this guy. Elphaba steals her man, and then they like fall in love, and the guy doesn't get a divorce with Glinda, and they're just like together without like anything. So it's like so weird. And then and then Glinda sees them, and she's like, "Guys, what is going on here? I'm shocked. Get out of my face. Get out of my house." And it was like really weird. And like, excuse me? And like, girl, what? And then Glinda, I feel really bad for Glinda. And then Elphaba says that this guy's like evil, but then Glinda doesn't believe her, and Elphaba like unleashes these monkeys and teaches them to talk, but the monkeys hate her, and it's like stuff like that. And then Elphaba fakes her own death, and Glinda thinks she's dead, and then Glinda also pretends to not know her, because she gets this like bubble car thingy, and she goes to all of the people in the town of Oz, and she's like, "Guys, the Wicked Witch of the West, she died. And then somebody's like, did you know her? And she's like, I knew her, all right. Like we weren't friends, but we were just like, knew each other. You sure about that? Like, girl, you sure about that? Yeah, and it was like really weird. And then like after that, Elphaba and her stolen man, the man she stole from Glinda, so the man she stole, they both go over and they go through this field and they're like escaping from Oz or something. And then Glinda looks out onto the field and she's like, she starts breaking out in song. She's like, ah! And then Elphaba starts breaking out in the same song and she's like, Glinda could never know about this. Baby girl, what is going on? Hello. It was like really weird, but I kind of liked it. I don't know. And after that, what did I watch? After that, I watched Corpse Bride. The best. I started watching it with my best friend actually at her house. We were having a sleepover. We started watching it, but we didn't finish it. But Corpse Bride, it's so good. Especially, I feel so bad for like, what's her name? What's the Corpse Bride's name? I don't know, but I feel so freaking bad for her because what the hell? I feel so bad for her. Anyway, guys, they were using a Ukrainian haunting spell to get back from the dead to the living, and I was like, Ukraine mentioned. I don't know why. I was just like super happy. By the way, guys, I'm like basically home alone. I'm at my grandma's house. And grandpa's, I guess, but and also my uncle, his wife, and their daughter are here. Yeah, I haven't seen my uncle in over about 5 years. Basically, not that big of a deal, but he changed a lot. He looks baldy and he has glasses on, and I'm like, interesting. I think he quit smoking though, so like good for him. Like good job. Yeah, so I'm home alone because they all went to pick up chickens to cut up for food. Sorry guys if that trigger warning. my grandma's gonna cut up chickens to make chicken to bake them. Great. Guys, so basically, they all went to go, like, pick up the chickens or whatever, and I didn't go with. Sorry, guys. Holy crap, I almost got caught. So, I am allowed to be here, like, not that I'm gonna get kicked out of the house or anything, but basically, my grandpa's the only one that's home, and he doesn't know that I'm also home. So, he's walking around the house, and I'm trying to stay as quiet as possible so I don't spook him. If he just walks in here and sees me, I'm like, that would be the funniest thing in the world, but I also don't want that to happen. He just randomly walks in the house and walks out. I'm like, praying he doesn't see me. Anyway, it's so creepy. I don't know what I was talking about last. Oh, right, Corpse Bride. So basically, the guy, he was gonna get married to this girl, but then he goes and he messed up the marriage ceremony. So he goes outside to practice how he's gonna say it. And he goes up to this twig and he pretends that it's like the girl's hand, and then he puts the ring on the hand and he's like, will you marry me? And the hand ends up being Corpse Bride, which is like this girl, I forgot her name, like Angelina or something, whatever. And Angelina Jolie. And he married the girl, actually, and the girl, she's been waiting for somebody to marry her because her husband dropped her. So she died or something or whatever. And yeah. So he marries her. He becomes dead because he married a dead person, basically. And he married a corpse. That's why it's called Corpse Bride, because it's like she's a bride and like she's a corpse. She's dead. So they go to the dead world and she's like, oh hi, like thank you so much for marrying me. Like the guy doesn't know what's going on. He's like, who are you? I did not marry you. What is going on? I want to get back to the world of the living. And then he doesn't want to stay in the marriage with that girl, so he's like, he convinces her to go back to the living, to okay guys, so apparently my grandpa did know that I was staying here, so he just walked into the room and he's like, are you bored? And I'm like, no. And he knew that I was here. I got scared over nothing, basically. So that's just me. Anyway, and he doesn't want to marry her, so he convinces her to go back to the living world so she can meet his parents. So they go to this guy. He gives them he makes this Ukrainian haunting spell to make them go back to the world of the living. Why is the camera set up like that? Too low. To the world of the living, and they go back there, and he's like, say whatever word, say that word if you want to come back. So then the guy actually he didn't go there so that the girl could meet his parents. He just went there so he could get out of the marriage, kind of. It was crazy. So the girl found out, and she pulled him back to the world of the dead. She gave him his dead dog, and yeah, she made him a gift, which is the dog. They properly got married and stuff, and she's like, okay, there's some problems with this marriage, he isn't fully dead, so she has to give him this drink. They have to go to the world of the living, and she has to give him this drink so he could be actually dead, so that the marriage would be okay. Yeah, so they go back. The guy, he's like, okay, I'll do it. He actually overhears her talking with some guy that about that, but then the girl's the corpse bride, Angelina Jolie. She's her name's actually not Angelina Jolie, I just made that up. So she's like, okay, so I don't know how we're gonna convince him to do this. I'm not agreeing to this because I don't want him to be sad for the rest of his life with me. So but then the guy overhears it, her husband, whatever his name is, and he's like, I'll do it, I'll do it. And then they go back to the world of the living. Angelina Jolie finds out that he's in love with that other girl, and she's like, okay, you guys can get married. I don't want you to be unhappy with me for the rest of your life. And then she finds out that the husband that left her and cursed her or whatever was oh, by the way, guys, the girl that he loves, and that Angelina Jolie's husband loves, she found out that her future husband was gone. So this other guy was like, oh, I can marry you, but he was only going to marry her for her money. Plot twist, she was broke, so it didn't work out. But anyway, corpse bride, they get back to the world of the living, and she sees the guy, and she's like, wait, that's the guy that made this curse and all, that I have to somebody has to marry me. And this whole thing happened. The guy, we're gonna call him Walther, yeah, the one that was gonna marry corpse bride, but he wasn't quite dead yet. So Walther, he ended up marrying the other girl, and corpse bride ended up being single. I feel bad for her. Felt so bad for her, I almost cried. But anyways, if nobody else is willing, I can marry her. No, I'm just kidding. But actually, I feel really bad for her. And then the last movie I watched, the Barbie movie, I actually didn't finish it. I had about an hour left of it, and I couldn't finish it. Dude, so freaking sad, the whole entire movie. I literally almost cried. It's about women's rights mostly, but it's disguised as a children's movie. So it goes the world of the Barbies, and in the world of the Barbies are in charge. So, and there's this one Barbie, the main character, Margot Robbie plays her. I love her acting. She's so awesome. But basically, they're all Barbies. There's Kens. The Barbies are mostly in charge. They do everything. They have their Barbie dream houses. They do things. Men are just there. The girlies are in charge. I love that world. I wish we could have a world like that. But she's the perfect Barbie. I forgot her name, but it's something to do with perfect or something. So she has to be perfect Then, like, but her life is always the same. Like, every single day she wakes up, she fake brushes her teeth, she fake takes a shower, she drinks, except there's nothing in the cup, and like normal Barbie stuff. And then every single day she gets out of her dream house, she's like, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie. Like, she always has to be perfect like that. But then one random day she wakes up and her feet, they aren't stuck like in the heel form. Like, they get randomly like unstuck from the heel form, and she's like, what is happening with me? And then she gets cellulite. So then she goes to Weird Barbie and she talks to her, and then the Weird Barbie's like, somebody played with you in the real world and they thought about like these thingies, all of these thingies, and that's why you gotta like go to the real world and find them. But then like Barbie had like a going away party, and there were all these Kens and Barbies, and the Barbies were singing and dancing, and it was so cute. But then like Barbie randomly, she was like, hey, you guys ever thought about death? And then everybody was like, whoa, babe girl, we did not think about that. And then she was like, about death, like she brushed it off. And then after that, she goes to the real world to find the person that played with her and thought all about like death and cellulite and not being perfect while playing with her in the real world, like as her Barbie form. So it goes like, and she gets in her car and she tries to go to the real world. Plot twist, like Ken was in the back with her. Ken is like her boyfriend, I guess. And then they go to the real world. And then Barbie's like, okay, so the real world, probably like the Barbie world, where like all of the women get respected and all of the men are like the behind, like, you know, like, and she was very wrong. There's like a male president, men in charge, men everywhere. And she's like, guys, what is going on here? Like, that's impossible. Like, there's no way that's happening. And again, he was literally delighted. He's like, yes, men in charge. That literally pissed me off so much. And he goes back to, so basically Barbie, she tries to get hunted down by like the company that made her. They go after her and stuff like. She refuses to get in the box and get locked up forever. Like, they found out she wasn't perfect and they decided to lock her up. So she was like, nope, I'm not getting locked up by all these freaking men. And then she goes out and she escapes from them, and then she goes back to the Barbie world, but Ken was already there and he made a mess of the whole thing. And basically he made all the Kens be in charge. Like, the women, they had to be like the maids for the men and shite like that. So it was really stupid. And then Barbie was like, no, that's not how it's supposed to work. It's not Ken's dream house, casa, whatever like you call it. It's Barbie's dream house. It's not Ken's, it's Barbie's. Like, Barbie's in charge, Barbie's everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And Ken, like, I like this world. The women, they're fine with it, but like there's this one Ken and he's like, okay Barbie, you gotta fix this. And she's like, okay, I'll try. Anyway, she found, and by the way, she comes back to the Barbie world with the girl that played with her. Actually, it wasn't a girl, it was her mother. And her mother, while playing with Barbie, she thought about death and cellulite and not being perfect and stuff. So yeah, that's how it all happened. And then I couldn't watch the rest. But I loved the airplane movies. It was so awesome. And at the end, we got a chocolate, I think, or whatever, some type of, it was like, we got a lot of drinks on the airplane, only one like whole meal. Yeah, and it was great. I loved the airplane ride. And then we had a 1 hour flight from Frankfurt to somewhere else. Can't say where we are. Actually, I could say it, but like I don't feel like it. I don't want you guys to know where I was, because I'll be coming back to that country, so get out. So yeah, it was awesome. On our 1 hour flight, we only got a little chocolate snacky. And there was obviously no screens, obviously no movies, obviously no meals, because it was like a 1 hour flight. So it was basically like nothing. It went by like so fast. And after the 9 hour flight, my ears were clogged for, I think, 4 hours. We had to wait, for our next flight, we had to wait in the airport for 5 hours, almost 6, I think. And my ears were clogged for 4 of those hours. Crazy thing. But yeah, guys, I think that's all I have to say in this video. It was just, today was just talking about the flight, where, like, basically what happened, like, why am I not posting videos? This is my first chance I've ever gotten to make a video ever since, like, I've been out of Canada. So yeah, crazy stuff, some crazy things happening. I'll talk about it more in my next videos, like all the gifts I got, everything we've been doing, blah 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 blah. So bye bye, guys. I'll continue with my painting. Wait, y'all gotta see the painting first. This is the painting, guys. One thing to know about this, I've been like 2 years ago, last time I was here, I did this whole thing, but I couldn't finish it in time. So then my grandma was like, I'll finish it for you, but she didn't end up even working one bit on it. So I'm finishing it. It's my life's mission. It's beautiful, right? Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. No matter if you watched 30 seconds or this whole video, I love you guys all so much. Sorry for not making videos for a super long time. I'm really sorry. I'll try to make more videos in my time that I'm here. But anyway, my hair is unbrushed, so if you notice something weird about it, just don't mind it. And I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for staying for this video. Thank you so much to my members that have been super awesome. I'll try to make like some extra videos for you guys or something. Like y'all are literally awesome. Bye bye, guys. Love you so much. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and like this video if you liked it.